Have you ever worked so hard that your body hurt, your mind was exhausted, but your life didn't change? You practiced. You sacrificed. You stayed disciplined. And still, nothing. So you started asking yourself, maybe I'm just not good enough. But what if you were never the problem? In a quiet mountain village lived a 23-year-old young man named Daniel. He had only one dream, to become strong enough to protect the weak. Because when he was 12 years old, bandits attacked his village, and he was too weak to save his father. That guilt never left him. So he trained. For 3 years. Alone. Before sunrise. After sunset. Until his knuckles bled. He ran up mountains carrying stones. He struck a wooden post thousands of times. He pushed himself past pain, past exhaustion. People said, he works harder than anyone. But they also whispered, then why is he still weak? 3 years later, at the annual martial arts demonstration, Daniel stepped forward. This was his moment. He had practiced his forms 10,000 times. But within 30 seconds, he was on the ground. Defeated. Humiliated. Broken. That night, sitting alone in the dark, he cried. I gave everything, he whispered. And it meant nothing. He decided the next morning he would quit. Burn the training post. Accept that some people are just born average. But before sunrise, he heard a voice behind him. 3 years of effort, an old man said, running his fingers over the scars in the wood. I see dedication. I see pain. But I also see why you are still weak. Daniel turned angrily. And who are you? My name is Master Chen, the old man replied calmly. You don't lack talent. You lack guidance. Daniel froze. Force without technique is wasted energy, Master Chen said. You trained hard, but you trained wrong. Hard work in the wrong direction doesn't make you better. It makes you excellent at being wrong. For the first week, Daniel wasn't allowed to punch. He only learned how to stand. How to breathe. How to balance. It felt stupid. It felt slow. It felt like he was getting worse. But Master Chen said, the seed looks dead before it grows. Weeks passed. Months passed. Something changed. His movements became smooth. His strikes became precise. He wasn't using more force, but suddenly, he had more power. 6 months later, he faced the same opponent who once defeated him in 30 seconds. This time, the fight didn't last a minute. Daniel won. Not because he worked harder. But because he finally worked right. Listen carefully. If you are working hard but seeing no results, you are not the problem. Your method is. You don't need more effort. You need direction. You don't need more pain. You need correction. Even the greatest masters had teachers. Guidance is not weakness. It is acceleration. So ask yourself right now. Where in your life are you pushing harder instead of smarter? Your career. Your health. Your business. Your relationships. Find someone who has already achieved what you're chasing. Because the right teacher doesn't make you work harder. They make your hard work finally matter. Work hard. But work smart. And never be too proud to learn.